Start the recording. Hi everybody, I'm Danna Crawford. Thank you for joining me today. I'm also known as Power Selling Mom. I've been an eBay seller since 1997 and I make a living full-time on eBay. So enough about me. I want to share with you today, we're going to talk about shipping. And I do a lot of different types of workshops, and one of them is a shipping workshop. So this is going to be like a condensed version of my local Ocala, Florida shipping workshop. Let's see. I am sorry, Alina. I don't know why she can't hear me, but everyone else can hear me okay. So I'm going to just send her a quick note. Please check your speakers or phone into the option. All right, that should do it. All right, perfect. Move that off to the side. All right, guys, so shipping. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are already selling on eBay. So if you want to just give me an idea, there's a place for you to type in a question and let me know about how long you've been selling on eBay. So then I can get an idea for how many people are brand new to eBay or how many people have been on there for years and are pretty familiar with shipping. You can also type in a major question that if you have you know, some shipping challenges, please type in your shipping challenge and I will try to answer them for you. Okay, great. All right, so we got some seasoned sellers. Perfect. All right, thanks, Vicki. Thanks for joining me today. And Debbie, nice to see you. We got a Deborah. Thank you. She's been on eBay for a few years, and we have someone new at 6 months. So thanks for joining me, Bruce. And I know several of you others that I recognize your names. I know you've been on eBay for a while. Yep, so we got 6 years and 6 months. All right. Now, if you have a challenge that has really been bugging you with shipping, please be sure to type it in so then I can make sure that everybody gets all of their needs filled. Perfect. So Alina, I guess you can hear me now. All right, so we're ready to go. Now, I've been selling on eBay for a while, and I know shipping can be challenging at some times, and that's why I had created these workshops. So what you can do is you will get a follow-up email from me, but what you can do is you can go to my website, and you'll see off to the top right, there's actually a search bar, and you can just type in, say, just shipping, or whatever you're looking for, whatever you need help with. So let's just say eBay shipping and then search, and then you'll see all of the posts will come up on, there's videos, there's the global shipping program, there's different topics on shipping. So we're going to talk, I'm going to go right to the shipping workshop one. And first thing, those of you that are new, I know there's some of you that are brand new, so I want to make sure that you have a good start with, thank you, Jim, appreciate it, a good start with your shipping supplies. So when you go to this page on my website and also on my follow-up email, I'll have more information for you, but you can see these are direct links. And for you to be successful on eBay, you've got to have a scale. You'll never lose money with your shipping as long as you have a scale. And the important part is to weigh your items, put your item in a box, or at least set the box on the scale along with your item when you're doing your listings. Now, this is not a listing workshop. I have done those before, or webinar, I mean. This isn't a listing webinar. excuse me, actually next month's webinar is about marketing, and everybody will receive an invite to that as well. But today it's shipping. So here's the checklist for those that are brand new. And I know all of you that are seasoned will definitely agree with this. And if I've missed something, please feel free to type it in. I'm always open to suggestions. You're going to need a scale and tape. So if you click on any of these words, so I'm clicking on scale, and I've already got it sorted out for you to show the current ones on eBay, and you'll see it's sorted by lowest price first. So you can click on those links and then just scroll down and then take a look at whichever scale you'd like. You could even take it a step further and switch it to buy it now only. I like to have a couple scales, and I like one by each of my computers, and when I'm doing my listings, I just like having them around, especially when you get them at such a good price. This one's a Sega postal scale, and I actually have this scale, and I like it, so I can recommend it. And if you scroll down, of course, you're going to run into shipping, or dietary scales and all kinds of things, but I suggest you just go with the digital scale, make your life easy, and you're going to need shipping tape. And again, you can click that, and I've got it set up for you to the lowest price first. I always suggest getting your tape by the case, excuse me, because if you go to the dollar store, you don't get very much on a roll, so you want to try to get at least 110 yards on your tape when you purchase tape, and then it'll last longer and save you more money in the end. And then also a tape gun, and then there's the link to Bubble Fast, so you can order shipping bubble wrap, and that's where I go to get all of my bubble wrap. And then measuring tape, tissue paper is optional, plastic bags, poly bags are a great way to do your shipping. Now I like to use these for clothing items or shoes or anything that'll fit in them really. These work really well for jewelry, and you can buy these in all different sizes and shapes. So you can see here's this person's only selling one at a time. Now we want more than one. Now if you go to the top, you can see the sizes to the left. So here's 10 by 13, for example, and I'm going to switch it to buy it now instead of auction. And also you can switch it up to more quantities. They come in all different sizes, colors, and they work really well for shipping lightweight things under a pound. Now my friend Debbie, she actually sells a lot of quilts, and she will put them in these poly bags and ship them in the poly bags because they come in all different sizes, and she gets the really big ones, and then she does her shipping like that with her quilts and bedding. That works really well. Personally, I just use garbage bags when I'm using bedding or when I'm shipping things like that. So, but it's up to you. Yes, so don't worry. If you have questions, feel free to type them in as we go along. So what is the best weight? Oh gosh, why is this screen stuck? Here we go. All right, hold on. What is the best weight? Need tips for international. I sell a lot of items to Canada, such as sports cards. A 2-ounce package used to cost about $1.50. In recent years, costs have gone up to $8. This is true. This is very true. I personally only ship internationally using the global shipping program, and that's just my preference. Now I'm going to go back to this example for shirts. Okay, so on the poly bags, you can get them in all different types for shirts. I mean, different sizes. And let me just, like, well, here's a great one right here. They're showing you a shirt and tie already in the bag, and they just slide right in. So they're pretty handy. They're durable. And if you've ever bought items like from a store online, they actually ship them to you that way as well. So it's like the big box companies are doing it. I bought something from our shop here in Florida called Bell's, and they actually sent me the top in that as well. So I thought that was funny. All right, so now here, this is for you. This is an 800 number for you to order priority mail supplies, so you don't have to go online and order them. You do have to have an account with USPS. So if you go and click on this link or just go to USPS.com and you can create an account, and you can actually, I've never had mine get punctured, so I can't imagine that happening, but you could, I even ship them in garbage bags and I've not had it happen. So if you have that issue going on with your mail carrier, then you might want to put items in boxes. If you're getting things get punctured or damaged a lot, and then make sure that your postmaster is aware of anything that's been happening a lot, because they do monitor that. Now, on the shipping boxes, everybody should set up an account at the USPS website. So when you set up an account, then you can order your free supplies, and they're free. The shipping is even free, so they get shipped right to your door. And to make your life easier, I've actually made a list of the top boxes that I recommend for getting started, and these are the ones that I use the most. So I just decided to share all of my boxes with you, and then that way it'll give you a head start on what kind of what kind of order. Now, once you have an account with the USPS, you can actually call this 1-800-610-8734 phone number, and that is your direct line to order shipping supplies by phone. And when you order them, you can also order more when you call by phone versus ordering them online. Like, for example, when you go online, you can only order, let's see, where's the shoe boxes? Oh, here's one I order a lot of. This is a 7 by 7 by 6, and this is how I ship all of my Starbucks coffee mugs. I put them in this box, and I ship a lot in this size box, actually. And so I order a lot of these. So there may be, if you need more than 10 boxes, please select increments of 25. Now, they may be limited on how many you can order. Let me try it. Okay, so it let me order 5, but like on the padded envelopes, they limit you on how many padded envelopes you can order, and when you call the phone number, you can order them by the case. So my husband and I, he sells on eBay as well, so we usually order about 3 cases of the padded envelopes because we go through those a lot. I use a lot of padded envelopes. So you definitely want to get some of those, and those are on the box here. Here it says a case of flat rate padded envelopes, and then there's all types of boxes that you can get. Now, I've just learned that when it comes to shipping day, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to save money if I put it in a priority mail box or to ship it by priority mail. So if you use your own box or your own bag and you're still going to put it in priority mail, you definitely want to get yourself a roll of priority mail stickers, and then that way you can just peel and stick those on your own boxes as well. And then also I suggest getting a roll of express mail stickers, because if you are shipping outside of the global shipping program, you might want to think about shipping express mail, which is the only way that I ship. and we'll talk about international here in a second. You can also order the branded boxes. Now for those, this is the direct link, and these are priority mail boxes that actually have the eBay logo on them. Just makes it a little fun, and it just shows the eBay logo on those. So you can still order those from that link. And you can also order a schedule of pickup if you need to. I'm sure a lot of you have a system already, but when you go to print your shipping label, there's actually a place for you on eBay to order a pickup. But if you missed it, you can also go directly to the USPS website and you can order a pickup. Now that means that it's free as long as you have a priority mail package, and they will come right to your door and pick up your items. So what I do is I put them all out on my bench, and then they just pick them up. I never go to the post office. Now that's when I print my labels on eBay. So if you're an eBay store subscriber, you can get, with your subscription, you can get the eBay supplies, which I'm sure a lot of you know. And those of you that are brand new, you might want to consider opening an eBay store eventually. I don't recommend it unless you have at least 250 items that you can list as a fixed price for it to be profitable, unless you're need to brand yourself with a business, then that's different. But if you need some tips on setting up an eBay store, just shoot me an email. So here's the eBay branded tape, and you can order this if you want. Otherwise, you can get it free with your eBay store subscription. They allow you so many per quarter. And I see there's a lot of people selling them too. So some people are getting the free ones and then they're selling them on eBay. That's funny. And also, tissue paper is something you might want to consider for when you're selling clothing. I know a lot of people wrap up their clothing items in tissue paper as well. And let's see, here's the subscriber discount page. If you need to know how to get there, you can use my link and it'll take you right there. Or this is the way in for you store owners. And see, I've already redeemed mine, but this is how you would go to find your code for your coupon to get your free shipping supplies from the eBay store, so that you can, you definitely want to take advantage of that because they give you so many every quarter. All right. Let's see, I'm going to clear all these questions because I'm getting mixed up. So as I go along, feel free to type in any questions. Thanks for joining me, those of you that just came in. If you have any questions, feel free to just type them in. Anything goes here. I mean, we're trying to stay focused on shipping today. Next month is about marketing. All right, FedEx or UPS. I don't know how many people have been experimenting with FedEx or UPS. There's shipping options on both, and I always try to take a look at where I'm going to have the best value for my shipping price. So you want to explore FedEx versus the USPS, and the best way to do that, let me see, I have some shipping I have to do anyhow. Let me take a quick look. Yeah, I have 6 items to ship actually. FedEx seems to be cheaper for those heavier items. You know what? You're absolutely right, Vicki. I've been finding that out as well. And FedEx, as long as it's not a breakable item, I've not had good luck with FedEx. Well, I've had no luck with FedEx honoring any claims of broken things. And so that's been my only downfall with FedEx. Luckily I've only had it happen twice, but the items were broken and then FedEx wouldn't cover them. They said they weren't packaged properly. where I've never had any issues ever with priority mail shipping. And we get free insurance, of course, up to $100 when you're a top-rated seller and $50 when you're not a top-rated seller. But in my experience, if I have anything really breakable or fragile, I will send it through priority mail, and it just seems to get treated better, and I have very few breakage compared to FedEx. So I'm kind of nervous when I have something really fragile to ship with FedEx. So when you're going through, though, you can take a look. I have the direct links here to the calculators. If you want to take a look at the different rates, you can compare from FedEx, and then I have the UPS website, and you can take a look at all of your different options for shipping. And then eBay, oh, and then here's the USPS shipping calculator. And then usually, like if I need to take a look at how much something will be up front, like say I'm trying to factor in listing an item and I want to factor in the shipping so that I can have the shipping free. So I live in Florida, so I'm going to put my zip code in. It's 34479, and I'm going to ship it to 90210, just because it's easy to remember for me. So that's from California, well, from Florida to me, from me to someone in 90210. That's California. And say I'm going to ship it tomorrow. Well, there's no shipping tomorrow, actually. So let's say the 21st. Let's see. Okay, who cares? Just put in any time. And then I'm going to, no, it's not a live animal. It's not hazardous. It's not fragile. Okay, so I'm going to use my own package. And let's say it weighs 16 pounds. And continue. And so now I'll be able to view, let's see, if I wanted to use a Priority Mail Express, other options. USPS retail ground will cost me $48.89, or priority mail, and then it has the breakdown. So I can get an idea for all of my options here. Of course, if it'll fit in a flat rate envelope, that would be better. But if I use my own box and put on the priority mail stickers, I know it's going to cost $53.65. So if I'm listing something for $75, then I may now want to list it for about $150 and then have free shipping. So this is a good way for you to just take a look at the worst case scenario of how much it'll cost you to ship it from the farthest point, and then factor that in to your listings and then offer free shipping. Okay, perfect. So that's one way. And then eBay also has a shipping calculator, and you can, go through this link and it'll let you, generally I always choose package or thick envelope. It's just a given. And then say it's 12 by 12 by 12. And let's say it's 6 pounds. And my zip code, and no handling fee, and calculate. All right, and then now this system will let me take a look at everything. So it actually has it broken down for you. New York, Chicago, Los Angeles. And so then you always want to take a look at the farthest one to get an idea. And if it's media mail, and of course media mail only means media. That doesn't mean you can't ship a shirt, media mail. It has to be a book or a record, or it has to be media. So that's really important that you don't misuse that. And then it'll also have the expedited delivery, express mail, and then just take a look at all of your options this way. And this, you'll never lose money as long as you're always taking a look at and you know about what your shipping is, and then you'll know how to add it in. Should you add it in so that you can have it be free shipping, or can you add a flat price? I know a lot of my listings, I just have one price, and I know that I'll be safe, and that works really well for me. Now, you're going to choose freight shipping. I don't know if anybody's going to be shipping furniture. Let me just ask that question. Is anybody, oh, hi, Peggy. Nice to see you. Is anybody going to be shipping furniture? Raise your hand. First, I'll put everybody's hands. Raise your hand. Hi, Audrey. Raise your hand if you're going to be shipping furniture. All right. So we don't have anybody shipping furniture. All right, good. So I won't go into that. But if you do down the road, you know, and if you've been to any of my web or my presentations live, I always tell everybody if I could start my eBay life over, I would sell furniture and car parts because I know car parts are that's like what a car part sells every 60 seconds or something, but car parts are really good. And then furniture is good because so many people are afraid to sell it, so the competition's not as tough on furniture. And there's nothing to be afraid of to sell furniture. So when you're listing furniture, all you do is choose freight shipping. And when you choose freight shipping, then what I do is I will actually write in my description, will ship anywhere in the world, buyer makes arrangement for shipping. So I know if anybody does decide they want to sell furniture and you need some assistance, just email me and I'll help you with that. All right, so freight shipping suggestions now. The biggest one is Roadie. I love Roadie. Has anybody tried Roadie yet? Raise your hand if you have tried Roadie. Okay. Nope. No roadies here today. Well, Roadie is really cool, and if you use my link, you'll get $10 off your first shipping. So Roadie works really well, and what it does is it's an inexpensive way to ship heavy items, because if people are traveling already, it's kind of like Uber for stuff instead of people. So you ship stuff. So just to give you an example, let's see if they can bring up the website. So out of the box delivery for less. So they call it friend shipping. And you create a gig on Roadie. And a gig is a delivery or a shipment. It's basically anything that needs to go from here to there, whether you're sending stuff across town or 2 states away, from paintings to patio furniture to pets. So you can even ship animals using Roadie. Roadie gives you an easier, cheaper delivery or courier service. So simply post a gig online, and then you choose a driver, whichever driver you want to choose, and then they will pick up your item. You fill out all the information, and then they'll tell you how much it'll cost you to send your item, and then it's all through the app. So Roadie has really been handy for me personally, because and for my business, I actually just had, let me scroll up here quickly. I actually just had somebody send me from Macon, Georgia. A lady in Macon, Georgia had a lot of items that she wanted me to sell. Her husband passed away, and I'm a consignment seller, so people send me stuff from all over the world. And this lady wanted to send me all her stuff, so we used Roadie. And she had all of her stuff delivered right to my house, and it made it really easy. So Roadie works really well. And right now I have a gal in Tampa that's putting together some stuff to send to me, and she's going to use Roadie as well. So it works across the country, it works locally, and it's really handy for getting stuff from here to there. Then there's also what's called UShip, and UShip works well. These are all the types of things that you can have hauled on U-Ship. I actually have had a lot of things sent on them. I had a roll top desk sent to my daughter in Denver, and then you can also send cars. I sold a couple cars on eBay, and the last car that I sold was to a guy in Canada, and then he had somebody from U-Ship come and pick it up. So it works really well. So that's another outlet for you. And then if you live by in a city, Orlando, Jacksonville are the two examples that I have here, but Orlando or Jacksonville, or no matter where you live, you can Google Craters and Freighters, and they're a big company, and they haul big items, furniture. I think the largest thing I ever shipped was a tractor, a farm tractor, and we used this Craters and Freighters, and it worked really well. Also, there's the auto transport for cars, and you can use this to transport, like if you sell a car and it needs to be shipped. And a lot of, if any of you have ever listed a car on eBay, there's actually at ebaymotors.com, and when you list it, there's actually built-in shipping services provided there as well. And then there's also American Auto Shipping. So these are just a few options for you to sort through. It's not hard to sell a vehicle on eBay. Look at their even, here it is. Our instant online rate calculator also provides vehicle shipping quotes for trucks, SUVs, RVs, motorcycles, ATVs, or any vehicle that rolls. And you can see the eBay logo on there. So they are compatible with eBay as well. All right, you can also, for those really delicate items that maybe you're nervous about shipping, you might want to check with your local pack and shipping area. Like in our area, we have one called Pack Mail, and it's located here in Ocala, Florida, and they will pack and ship anything for you. And then we also have one called Going Postal, and that is a franchise chain, so you could check your community. Now, the times that I use these types of companies is, for example, if I have a major, highly expensive painting, or something very, very fragile that's really high end, I will factor that into my shipping cost for them to package it. And I'll actually call them up and say, hey, I have this vase, and how much would it cost for you to package it and insure it and ship it to 90210? And then I get an idea. So if they say, oh, it'll be about $75, well, then I'm going to add $125 shipping or whatever, I feel is appropriate to my price. And then I will put in my description and say, this item will be professionally packaged and shipped from a local pack and ship company. So then that also makes the person, makes the bid go up, or it makes them want to buy it more because they feel safe that the item's not going to be damaged. Now, the global shipping program. Now, I'm assuming that everybody knows what that is by now. It's been around for a while. And the main thing is that you want to say yes to the global shipping program. And if you're not saying yes to the global shipping program, I guarantee you're losing money. So if you say yes, you just simply, you can opt in. Let's see. If you click on this link, I've got direct links for you lined up so that you can learn more about the global shipping program, how it works, and here's the breakdown for you if you need more information. The global shipping program takes the complexity out of international transactions. What it basically is, you're packaging up your item, you're shipping it to Kentucky, which is eBay's fulfillment center, so to speak, and then they ship it for you to whichever country. Now, there are limits and there are restrictions, but generally when you're listing your item, it'll tell you which one, which is not available, or let's see, here's the country. So here, look at this list. Through the global shipping program, you can sell to the following countries. Now, last time I checked, there was like 69 countries. I haven't checked the new number. But if you say yes to the global shipping program, then your item will be visible in all of these countries. So if you say no to the global shipping program, you're not going to be visible in all of these countries, so unless the person searches a certain way. So it gives you more exposure. It's, in my opinion, it's crazy not to participate in it. You can also do both. You can say yes to the global shipping program and then yes also to international shipping. Like, let's see, the Russian Federation, LMNOP, no, well, there's Russia. Yeah, the Russian Federation is not on the global shipping program. And if you're selling camera equipment or things of that nature, you definitely want to offer international shipping outside of the global shipping program, because the Russian Federation, I don't know, in my experience, they buy a lot of camera stuff. And so if you're not offering it, then you're going to miss the opportunity for a sale. So personally, what I do is I say yes to the global shipping program, and I also say yes to items outside the global shipping program, and then I only offer express mail shipping. And I feel safer with that, especially as a consignment seller. Or if I feel that I don't want to deal with outside of the global shipping program, then I just say no. I say global shipping only. And it never fails. I'll have someone contact me, like from Canada, for example, and they'll say, I don't want to pay the global shipping program. Would you mind sending that first class? And generally I say no, I'm sorry, because I'm selling on consignment and I have to protect myself. I've never had anything lost if I used express mail, but if I use first class or even priority mail, it's not traceable. Once it gets across to the other country, then you're not guaranteed delivery. But I've never had any issues when I use express mail. So if you say no, your item will not be available to those countries, and if you yes, you'll receive more exposure. So shipping suggestions outside the global shipping, as I mentioned, I'll choose calculated shipping, and then that way they would, you know, you would have the weight and the measurements in there, and then they'll know how much shipping is to them up front. So if I choose express, or if it'll fit in a flat rate express envelope, I'll, you know, use that. But most of the times I just use calculated shipping for items outside the global shipping program. All right, and it's also, oh, I don't know if you've tried the hub yet, but I had that information. I'm sure we're all in the hub by now. And also, if you don't have the hub, here's the direct links to get more information about that. And then here's my referral link for Terapeak. I know we're not talking about all that today, but I have some videos there on how to print a shipping label if you need more information about that. And then also, this is how I ship LP records and different things that I ship. So I'm not afraid to ship anything. My live workshops, I actually do demos, and what I get, I'll just go, when I have something really large, I will just go get a large piece of cardboard and lay it on the floor, and I can make a box for anything. And I'm sure I know some of you that are seasoned eBay sellers know what I'm talking about, because we just can make boxes to hold all of our stuff, right? So we don't have to get additional things. So if anybody has any questions, my follow-up email will have direct links. Otherwise, those of you that came in late, all you have to do is go to my website at Power Selling Mom and click on the search the magnifying glass, and you could just type in shipping or type in eBay shipping and click search, and then you'll see the topics on eBay shipping. And then also here's my article about Rhodey, if you want to read through that. It's got some information about how to use Rhodey and the great thing about it, and step by step how it works. And then it also has my referral link, so you'll get $10 if you do want to ship something on Rhodey. And it just makes it really easy. So, and you can even ship pets. That's so funny. I would love it. I'm always looking on my Rhodey app to see where things need to be hauled, because actually if I'm going to be in Gainesville, Delta Airlines always puts ads up on Rhodey to have luggage dropped off. And if I'm in Gainesville anyways and I'm going that direction, heck, I don't mind popping into the airport and grabbing a suitcase or two and throwing it in my car and pay for my gas while I'm going that direction anyhow. So I do that every once in a while for fun. And I always look for if somebody needs to give their pet a ride, because I think that would be fun too. So, okay, so there's all kinds of options with shipping. So does anybody have any questions? You can just type it in. Looks like we're all caught up with questions. All right, very good. There's more information. Here's one of these suitcases. This was a suitcase that I dropped off at somebody's house and from Delta Airlines. So you always take a picture of the suitcase when you drop it off, and then they in 2 days you have money in your bank account. So it's also a great way to make some extra money, especially if you live by an airport, because Rhodey has a contract with Delta Airlines. So those of you, I know a couple of you in Orlando, and we have Jacksonville here too today. Where's everybody from, by the way? I'm curious. Oh, Lakeland, Florida. No kidding. That's not too far. Isn't there a festival going on there? Oh, another from Jacksonville. Atlanta. Melbourne. Great. All right. Yes, another Jacksonville. I'm going to be in Jacksonville next week for 3 days doing workshops. First one's in Stark, Florida. I don't know if anybody lives by there. That's it, Strawberry Festival in Plant City. That's what I need to do, is go get some strawberries. My daughter did the strawberry, it was some kind of a run, and when they got done running, they were out of strawberries. So I was like, what the heck? You went on a strawberry run and you didn't get to eat strawberries? What kind of a deal is that? So I don't know what that was all about, but all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. Just watch for your follow-up email, and I will be sending that out shortly. And meanwhile, you can just visit my website, and again, just click on the search, or if you want to watch for my events, you can go to the drop-down box over at Products and Services, and when you click on Events, you can scroll down and it'll show you all of the workshops coming up and where they're going to be. So there's Gainesville, Jacksonville, and then you just click on the words that you want to go to, and then at the very, very bottom of the page are all my webinars. And I don't have the March eBay webinar posted yet, but I'll be putting that up shortly. So you can just register for anything that you're interested in, and then you can always click on Contact Me if you have any questions. All right, well, I'll give you back the rest of your afternoon. Thanks for joining me, and happy eBay shipping.